Tell me about yourself and how did you happen to find Wreaths Across America?
My name's Peter Eschbach. I enlisted in the Army right out of high school, and then ultimately retired as a director for a federal / interstate government agency up in Trenton. So I have been always pretty active or interested in sort of supporting veterans.
Say if I wanted to donate, do you want to have like a website to where we can go donate? And if so, like, can we donate multiple wreaths at a time? Like, how does that work?
Sure. So each wreath has to be sponsored. It's $17 a piece. And there are multiple sponsorship groups here in the area. You can go simply to wreathsacrossamerica.org. They have a site, and you can then go in and you can say, I want to sponsor a wreath. I want to sponsor 100 wreaths, whatever is up to you. The cool thing about it is, it's not only a matter of remembering and honoring veterans, it really helps these community groups out. By way of example, St. Vincent de Paul Church, their parish, all the wreaths that they get sponsored, and they get $5 from each of those.
Do you happen to know how Wreaths Across America originated, how it started?
Back in the early 90s, there's a guy up in Maine who owns an evergreen, a Christmas tree business, a wreath business. He said, I'd like to donate these to Arlington National Cemetery. And it turned into a real volunteer effort where trucking companies volunteered their trucks and drivers, and they loaded up all these things, and they drove down to Arlington and got all these volunteers to help put them on the tombstones down there. And that sort of became an annual sort of tradition. They established this Wreaths Across America as a 501(c) charitable organization, because up to that point it was a business that was just donating all these wreaths. So it's got a history that goes back a ways. It started off as just one family that owned this Christmas tree evergreen business donating, and it has turned into a real volunteer effort across the country. Actually, it's international now. They have an effort to put wreaths on the graves like over in Normandy, France. So it's really grown into, I'm talking about millions of volunteers across the country. There's one day called Wreaths Across America Day. It was established by Congress several years ago as a national day. And it's usually either the second or the third Saturday of December. So this year it is December 13th. And here we'll be doing the ceremony over at the parking lot of the St. Vincent de Paul Church off of Route 40, which is right next to the cemetery.
Do you guys have any goals you guys wanted to achieve out of this, like a certain amount of number of wreaths you guys want to replace per year?
Right, and it's going up every year as we found more veterans being buried locally. So right now our goal is 2,200 wreaths.
Say I or anyone else in this room wanted to volunteer, is there a way that they would sign up for the volunteer? Like, is there a contact?
There are a couple different ways to volunteer. On Wreaths Across America Day, on Saturday, December 13th, show up. Just show up at the ceremony over there at the St. Vincent de Paul parking lot, take part in the ceremony, and then grab a few wreaths, and with everybody else, and head out. The other way is that you can online at the Wreaths Across America website, you can volunteer. You can sign up to be a volunteer.
That's a funny question for you today. In your opinion, how do you think volunteering can help people out and impact a community? Like, what do you think, in your opinion, how can that help out?
You are, as a volunteer, honoring all those men and women buried in those cemeteries. You're also honoring people who are currently serving, all those folks on active duty that raised their hand and said, hey, call me. And then finally, and this is one aspect I really like, it pulls the community together. It gives the community, and by this I'm talking about Mays Landing, Hamilton Township, Atlantic County, South Jersey, an opportunity to come together and commemorate something, get involved in something that is patriotic, honorable. It's something we all can pull together on and be a part of. And I think it gives you that sense of community that everybody I think wants to feel.